Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This week, we're jumping back to Trench Crusade. Yep, I found another warband, Court of the Seven Headed Serpent. Yeah, these guys are nastier than the last. It seems like they just get nastier and nastier, but these guys are straight from hell, and they've got hellfire burning and shining through the cracks of their armor, and that's what we're attempting here. And we've got 3 models, so I thought, what the heck, let's try 3 different ways to do it. Anyway guys, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel, and I'll see you guys in there. Alright, here we go. Court of the Seven Headed Serpent, Hell Knights. These guys right here, let's see what we got. A little lore history here. Heretics priests whisper that these infernal warriors were once lesser fallen angels or mighty mortal champions elevated in devilhood, but then cursed by their liege lords of some slight, real or imagined, cast out from the burning palaces of the pit. The alabaster architecture of their bodies is now bound, twisted, and folded upon itself 1,000 times, and encased in a tomb of their once splendid armor that is now their eternal prison. Man, so these guys are bad dudes, bad guys. Alright, so like I said in the intro, what we're gonna do is we're gonna paint a little bit of so basically the cracks of these guys' armor are glowing red, and there's multiple ways to do this. I'm gonna use an airbrush, and then I'm gonna use a brush and an airbrush, and then I'm gonna use a brush and a brush. But I'll use a brush. So I'm gonna paint this 3 different ways. There's not just one way to do it. There's multiple ways, and I'm gonna try to keep the OSL pretty subtle on these guys. So just to the cracks, and then I'll use a little bit of rubber and maybe some rubber highlight to highlight the top. Real quick and simple. You know what? This should be a quick video. The only thing that will stretch it a little bit is probably each step, but I think it's gonna go quick. As you can see, I painted the bases already. I wanted to get those out of the way because, so you know, you've seen me paint those a million times, and again I will show a clip of the colors that I used. Basically, it's a dark umber, an ivory, a dark silver, and a copper. That's about it, and a little bit of drab and ivory for the sandbags. And we haven't put the wash on there yet, so stay tuned for that. We'll be putting a little bit of wash, and then along with the pigments that we usually do. But the main focus of this video is the 3 different ways to paint these Hell Knights. All right, let's do it. For this guy, we're using white ink in the airbrush, and I'm just gonna spot spray this stuff that I want to glow. And we're gonna end up using the airbrush for the red as well. Just trying to pop it. this guy, I'm going to use fluorescent red, and I'm going to water this down probably, you know, 2 to 1, 2 to 3 maybe, just to get this real thin. And I just want to highlight it over. And again, we're going to go over the matte varnish when we're done, and it's going to bring everything back down. And I'm not sure how this red's going to turn out on this. We're all going to find out together. All right, so let's act. Well, you know what? Actually, I need to paint that gun first, so I think I'll do that real quick. I'm getting ahead of myself. Shoot, because I can't spray until I'm done with all the other stuff, because I want to get the overspray on the painted part as well. So I'm going to paint this quickly. I'm just going to hit some metallic parts with some dark silver and call it, and then maybe a little bit of brown, dark umber on the gun. So real quick, I'll do that off camera, and then we'll get on with the red. This right here wasn't originally in the plan, but I like it and I'm going with it. So I may do this again after I spray the airbrush, but I wanted to get this to look a little metally. I'm just taking the brush. I'm being real rough. Just knocking it on there. Maybe a little bit of that chainmail right there. Right. A little bit of the chainmail work. And I'll probably do that again here in a little bit of work up there. Just giving a little bit of color here and there. Not much color, a little bit of color. Alright, and I'm going to do the same thing with all of the other ones once I get the spray. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to get the gun is done, as you can see. I just took some brown, did some metallic work, painted this metallic, and now I'm coming back with the fluorescent red. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so here I'm doing the red over the airbrush. Now I hope I thin this down enough. Let's hope. We'll find out right now. No, I don't like it. I'm gonna, oh man, I just don't know where to. Let's see if I do this up here. No, I don't like it. I don't like it at all, and I'm not gonna like it on the other ones either. By hand, I'm just not sure really about how to go about it. Let's look right here. I took my time. Let's see. I leave all that, and that shouldn't be anywhere like that. That shouldn't be like that at all. Not a fan of that. So let's say we go underneath. Yeah, I just don't like it. I like this before I like the other one. Before I like this. I don't know. I'm not sure. Do I keep pushing forward here? Put that right there. That right there. That right there. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure here. Let me figure this out. I may just end up using the airbrush because I just don't like the way this is turning out. I keep saying that over and over. I'm not thrilled with this. I'm not quite sure yet. Maybe I can. Maybe I can salvage this. We're gonna try. Well, I decided to push forward. We're gonna do this just like I said we were going to. I'm not gonna back out now. I want to, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna push forward with this guy and do exactly what I said. Get it in there, get it done, do what you said you were gonna do. And then we'll try and fix it. We'll try and touch it up. So I mean it's not the end of the world here. I prefer something a little different in the outcome, but it is what it is. Alright, so I think we're good for now on the red, and I will come back with the airbrush probably to touch some of that red up. We'll see. Alright, there we go. As for the last guy, I said I was going to do it all with brush, and we've done everything with brush so far, but including the white, and I think I'll leave as is. I may touch up a little more white to brighten some key areas up, but I'm going to use the transparent red right here, and I'm going to water that down, and I'm going to spray that on the areas to give him a bit of different look. So each one of these guys has a different look. We did airbrush, and we're doing brush here with a little bit of brush work. Oh, I got to get that. And then this one we did all brush, and we're going to end up doing a little bit of airbrush work at the end. And this guy is all airbrush as far as the OSL and the glow. Now, as far as touch-ups go, I will be using the brush to highlight areas after I'm done with all of the red. Alright, just wanted to point that out for you. So we will be doing a transparent red with an airbrush on this guy and see how it turns out. This is my favorite model. This is the more seen model too out there. But anyway, they're not turning out bad. And this is turning out, it's okay. It's okay. You can see the difference in the two. A little different. And once we clean that up with the airbrush, it'll look a little bit better. And we're also going to do a little bit of dry brushing on the red to bring that out. And we're going to do the same with the other one. All right. Here I'm bringing just the Pyro red. I spilled a little bit there. The Pyro red, and I'm going to clean up where I did with the brush just a little bit, just to clean up some of those pieces there. Yeah, because there's a lot of mist, and I don't want to get it everywhere. All right, so let's just go ahead and do that. There we go. Man, these guys turned out pretty good. There's a few things I'm okay with. It's just, it is what it is. But I think when I put a little bit of wash in those chains in a couple little key areas, and I think I'm going to highlight with a little bit of rubber highlight here and there, just to kind of finish it off. And I left the OSL on the ground too, because these guys are glowing, and I will come back and do the pigment and the wash on the bases as well. But these guys are pretty much done as is. I mean, I like it. I'm not a huge fan of the pink, but it is what it is. I wish it would have been more like this color, but look like this. I like this color. but more like this. This is a little over the top. It's not too bad. It's actually pretty good. It's in person. It's sometimes on camera it's hard to see, but and I haven't put a matte varnish over it yet. So before I get ahead of myself, let's get with the rubber highlight and just get some key areas on all three of these guys, touch some little spots up. And also, since I'm here, I just wanted to show you too, the size difference between a regular guy and these Hell Knights. Look at that. These guys are not small dudes. These guys are huge. A bigger model than usual. This is your standard model here. All right, so let's get the rubber highlight going. All right, there we go. Pretty much done. You know what? All I need to do now, you saw I did the rubber highlight and the rubber, and then I did that on all of them, and I also put a little bit of white. Maybe I can zoom in the skull just to make it like glow just a little bit. You know, looks pretty cool. A little different, but these guys turned out great, and I think I came back with a little bit of silver. Zoom back out. Came with the silver and I hit little key areas, but I didn't do that on this one, and I need to go back and do that. I need to touch him up with silver, and that's about it. And I'm going to hit with we're going to do the matte varnish, and I'm going to take a look and see if it needs any wash anywhere after the matte varnish. We'll see. We'll see. But for now, let me grab it. It's right over here. Boom, right there. All right, let's do it. Well, there you have it, guys. Court of the Seven Headed Serpent, Hell Knights. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, these were fun, and you know, I started out with a plan. The plan kind of changed as I went, and then I bounced back, and then I went back on through. And you know, that's kind of how it goes sometimes. But I just wanted to show how you can paint all of these models differently in different ways. There's no one way, there's no specific way to do things unless that's the route you're going. Anyway, guys, get to the painting, throw the paint on there. Don't be super precise and super, you know, meticulous about where everything goes. Just get it on there and get to the table. Get to the gaming, guys. Get to the gaming. Anyway, guys, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel, and I'll catch you next week.